Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today our group will be presenting about the water treatment plant. So water treatment plants that our group choose is Kurita Water Syndrome Berhad. So now I will explain about the background of Kurita Water Syndrome Berhad. So Kurita Water Syndrome Berhad is actually one of the facility of Kurita Water Industry that is based at Japan. During 1950, Kurita Water Industry explained the portfolio and started with the water treatment facility business, chemical cleaning business and maintenance service worldwide. In his second decade, the 1960s, that Kurita water industry entered the process treatment market, especially in pulp and paper, petrochemical and steel industry. Since the mid of 1970 till now, Kurita Water Industry established 40 overseas subsidiaries and inflated. One of them is in Malaysia, that was established on 14 February 1994 at Kulai, Johor Bahru. They have been serving a diverse customer base in Malaysia with innovative and value-based product, often inspiring a philosophy of reuse and optimization into their solution. Kurita Water Malaysia is strongly supported by the activities of an advanced team of technical experts based out of Singapore, which engage in R&D activities catering specifically to the water need of South Asian region.
First, we move to aeration. Aeration is the first major process at the treatment plant. Aeration brings water and air in close contact in order to remove these soft gases such as carbon dioxide and oxidize dissolved metals. During aeration, constituents are removed or modified before they can interfere with the treatment process. Constituents commonly affected by aeration are volatile organic chemicals such as benzene, which can be found in ammonia, chlorine, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfate, methane, and ions. In the image that I attached in the slide is aerator. Aerator is used in this process. Surface aerator push water from under the water surface up into the air, then the droplets fall back into the water mixing in oxygen. The jets of water break the surface with varying degrees of forces. Brings water and air in close contact by exposing drop or thin sheet of water to the air, or by introducing small bubble of air, then letting them rise through the water. The scrubber process caused by the turbulence of aeration physically remove dissolved gases from solution and allow them to escape into the surrounding air. Aeration also help remove dissolved metal through oxidation. The chemical combination of oxygen from the air with certain undesirable metal in water. Once oxidized, this chemical fall out of the solution and become particle in water and can be removed by filtration or flotation. The efficiency of aeration depends on the amount of surface contact between air and water, which is controlled primarily by the size of the water drop or air bubbles. Next, we move to coagulation process. For the process, this company proposed a water treatment chemical to promote the coagulation effect of the chemical used at the plant. This process is used to neutralize charge and destabilize the particle charge. Coagulant with charge opposite to the two doses of the suspended solid are added to the water to neutralize the negative charge on the first non-stable solid such as clay and organic substance. Once the charge is neutralized, the small suspended particles are capable of sticking together. The slightly large particles formed through this process are called microflocs and are still too small to be visible to naked eyes. A high energy rapid mix to properly disperse and coagulate and promote particle collision is needed to achieve good completion and promote of the microflocs. Overmixing does not affect coagulation, but insufficient mixing will leave this step incomplete. Proper contact time in the rapid mix chamber in typically 1 until 3 minutes.
So now I will talk about the flocculation process. So flocculation process is a process where the particles stick together to make a flux due to the chemical reaction from the coagulation process. The flocculation is a slow mixing process because it relies on turbulence to form a flux. There are two types of flocculation, which are mechanical flocculation and hydraulic flocculation. For Kurita water cylinder berhad, it use the hydraulic flocculation because it is the most simple to construct and operate the process.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Sarah Izzati binti Mawad Fadli, matric number 2021576809. On this presentation, I'm going to talk about sedimentation and filtration in Kurita water industry. Sedimentation is a common way of treating water. It is a process that removes solids that float and settle in the water. The process relies on the use of sedimentation tanks and remove larger solids. Subsequent treatment process may be used after sedimentation. It is important to understand how sedimentation is used in the treatment of drinking water and wastewater. A sedimentation tank in wastewater treatment removes particles from the water. The accumulated solids or sludge form at the bottom of the sedimentation tank and are removed periodically. Coagulants are typically added to the water before sedimentation to aid in the setting process. And after sedimentation, there are often other treatment steps. When sedimentation is used to treat wastewater, this primary step is followed by secondary treatment such as shaking filter, activated sludge, or another. Sedimentation is a common way of treating water. It is a process that removes solids that float and settle in the water. The process relies on the use of sedimentation tanks and remove larger solids. Subsequent treatment process may be used after sedimentation. It is important to understand how sedimentation of water is one of the most basic process of purifying water, making it a process that is commonly used and understood throughout the world. It may be used as a preliminary step in some water treatment process. It provides benefits such as fewer chemicals are required for subsequent water treatment. It makes any subsequent process easier, and the cost is lower than some other methods. And the last one is there is less variation in the quality of water that goes through the process. In the beverage industry, large quantities of filtered water and pure water are used to prepare and cool products as well as clean container. Kurita water industry offer a range of products such as filtration system using membranes and deionizer, which combine RO, which is reverse osmosis membrane water treatment chemicals, ion exchange resins, and continuously regenerating type deionizer. Kurita water industry also offer a number of wastewater treatment system, including biochemical treatment system that treat organic wastewater, as well as wastewater reclamation system that use RO membrane water treatment chemicals. In Kurita water industry, there are three membrane on filtration, which is microfiltration membrane, ultrafiltration membrane, and remove osmosis membrane.
Lastly, I will talk about disinfection process. So, disinfection process is a process that involves the elimination of most pathogenic microorganisms or anonymous object. Chemical used in disinfection are called disinfectant. Different disinfectant have different target range. Not all disinfectant can kill all pathogens, and the most important thing is to minimize the number of organisms in the water. The method of disinfection is internationally used for the safety of humans and to decrease the skill of transmission of disease. The disinfection that Kurita water use is chlorine, because chlorine can kill pathogens such as bacteria and virus by breaking the bonds in their molecule.